everybody. Welcome to March's issue of the SCT Sampler Kit reveal. I am a subscriber to Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine Sampler Kit, and if you haven't seen my videos yet, you can link up there to the playlist, and if you would like to learn more about these kits, I will link below to how you can order them. Now, this kit is no longer available because you subscribe to a future kit. But these kits are wonderful. They're great for newbies to get little samples of supplies to get you started paper crafting, and they're great for experienced crafters because you get little samples of the latest and greatest on the market. Each kit comes with a theme word, and we've got this color green for the month of March to go with St. Patrick's Day, and the theme word is amazing. And when you open up your kit, everything's just kind of randomly put in there, so you'll see little loose pieces, so don't lose anything when you open them up. And every kit comes with a word embellishment that matches the theme word, and so I'm looking for mine, and it's broken. I've been subscribing to this kit since the fall, and this is the first time I've had a damaged product. So I'm going to contact the company and see what they will do about that. And I'll let you know at the end of the video if I get a response before this video goes live. I usually film a week or so in advance, so we'll see what they have to say. I think because the way it's broken, they kind of interlock together back like puzzle pieces, so I think I can still use this piece. And in the end, I end up doing, because I always add a project to the end of my reveal videos. So if you stick around, not only will you see the reveal of this kit, but you'll get to see a project that I make almost entirely with products from this kit. So the back of the card always has a list of supplies that are included, and now it can be a little bit of a puzzle if you're not familiar with the company's product line, and because a lot of these things are new, I am not familiar. So I did go online and look them up, and I will have links to everything that I found below also. And I separated them out into the different piles that were included. So we've usually got two companies' product lines, and then there's often this third item that in the past has been a stamp or an embossing folder. This time we have these heavy-duty sticky squares that are a product by scrapbook.com, and I will put those to good use in my project today. So if we get into the kits, this first collection is by My Mind's Eye, and there's pattern paper, a sticker sheet, a bit of embellishments from a ephemera pack, and then a journaling card from another pack, and then some enamel dots. So I will speed you up a little bit through these little embellishments, and because this is partial packages, you're going to get a random assortment, so your kit probably won't include what mine does. And then that journal card was from yet a separate pack, so I will have those linked below. And this is a sticker sheet from a pack of stickers. And then here are the pattern papers from this collection. Now this collection is called Gingham Gardens, and I wasn't sure I was going to like it because I don't tend to like plaids and the gingham look, but I really like the colors in here. So I was pleasantly surprised with finding myself attracted to this collection. And so I'm going to put those to good use in the project. And the next collection is by Simple Stories, and it's an I Am collection. And it's got kind of the same assortment with pattern papers, a sticker sheet, some embellishments, and then a journal card. And then in addition, they have those gold foam letter stickers. So here is a look at those little embellishment pieces. And it's an assortment of words and tabs and icons in there, and again, links will be below. And I am going to put some of those items to use, so I'm going to mix and match these two product lines on my project today. And there's the little sticker sheet that comes from a sticker book collection. And then here's a look at the pattern papers. I am a Simple Stories fan in general. I tend to like their color palettes, and I like that they have stripes and geometrics that go with their florals. I really like text prints, so this piece of paper made me happy. Those butterflies are super pretty. Again, that gingham's not my thing, this animal print not my thing, but because papers are two-sided, you usually find something you like on the side. Now, there were these 3 acrylic hearts that were the same acrylic as the word amazing. I didn't have any company associated with that, so I'm assuming it just came with the word. So let's go ahead and move on to the project. Today's project, I decided to make a card, which I often do either a scrapbook layout or a card, but I wanted to send some cheer to a family member today, so I went with a card. And I added for my stash this set of little black letter stickers, a circle punch, and of course a sheet of cardstock. Now those black letter stickers are really old and you can no longer find them, but I put a link in the show notes for something that is comparable. So if you're interested, you can go into there and find those. So I'm going to use these sticky tabs to attach my acrylic word amazing because it's a heavy-duty embellishment. It's going to need a stronger adhesive, so that works out well. I am going to have to cut those sticky tabs down a little bit because they are large squares and that will be too big for my embellishment. Now I pulled out a selection of papers that I like the colors and patterns to have some variety and contrast on my project, and you'll see where I go with those pattern papers in a minute. So I'm just getting this card base set up, and those two papers on the right there I'm going to use as my layering papers to put this card together. And here we are back on screen with my layers getting started. Now this journal card here I'm going to use as the landing point for my my greeting, and I'm going to build up my greeting with a mixture of that word amazing, and then those little embellishment tabs say happy, beautiful, I think. And so I'm going to spell out with my black letters, have a happy, beautiful, amazing spring. So I can send some spring cheer to a family member. Now, when I'm getting these layers together, I decide I want to strip a pattern paper to go across to kind of help tie the top and the bottom together a little bit and kind of separate them out a little bit, because when you see all those edges of the layers of paper, it can start looking a little messy. Now, with all of these patterns, what I'm going to do is punch out circles, and then I'm going to cut those circles in half to create scallop shapes, and I'm going to line those all the way up across my card, and I'm going to create rows and rows of different patterns and varieties of scallop shapes. Now some of these patterns are kind of directional, so I made sure to line up the directions of my patterns before I cut them apart. Now most of the florals, it doesn't matter, they can go either way, but those more geometric shapes do have the direction to them. So I did pay attention to that. And once I've got a variety of circles cut and cut in half and punched out, I started building up my layers and attaching everything down. And as you can see, it's pretty simple to just get everything going on. And I line these up, and then with that strip I just put a little bit of adhesive on so that I have room to tuck these circles underneath it. And at first I was going to start at the top and work my way down, but then I decided, because I don't want those circle edges to hang off the bottom, I did start at the bottom and I'm going to work my way up. Now that base layer purple is not all the way adhered down, so that I could lift it up a little bit and trim off the edges of these scallops as I'm working across the page. And I did overlap them quite a lot, because if you don't overlap them a lot, you get that purple base peeking out, and that's not quite the look I wanted. I wanted these rows and rows of colors. So then I just went back and added more adhesive to make sure everything was nice and firmly attached down. And then I turned to my sentiment there. And getting out these sticky tabs, this product is new to me, so I haven't worked with it before. They are little perforated sheets, and the square is smaller than the square of the backing paper, so I was able to cut across the entirety of this square to create little tabs that will work for going behind the the little lines of my letters. And I'm just cleaning up the sticky so that nothing's overhanging, and these were really easy to work with, and I like them. They're very strong. They're good adhesive, so if you need some strong sticky tabs, I would definitely recommend them. And then I'm lining everything up, and like I said, it clicks in like a puzzle, so I was able to get all those pieces going, and then I just kind of sped you up through that process so you don't have to watch me gluing things. And I got everything lined up and added down, and then I'm adding the rest of my word sentiments there so that it's a nice full list of letters. And then as you can see, I just one letter at a time getting that word in there, and then I needed a pair of tweezers at one point to help tuck it under the rest of my sentiment. I really do like to mix and match longer sentiments with various text and fonts. And then I wanted to fill in some of the gaps on this card with that floral die cut piece, but it was too big to fit, so I just fussy cut it in half. And then I didn't like how that one rose ended up with jaggedy edges, so I just trimmed it smooth and made sure the smooth side was tucked under my word. And then I fluffed up the edges of the die cuts a little bit to give a little dimension. And I think about adding a couple extra things with those stickers and that other leaf, and I decide not to. I just move on to these enamel dots to finish up my card with a few little embellishments. And so after kind of fussing with those dots for a little bit, I find the spots that make me happy with them, and then that is the finished card. So I'll give you a little quick look at what we've got going on here. I know the focus on this isn't great, but I will leave you with a couple of close-up photos so you can get more of the detail of this card. I thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Join me next time. Wanted to pop in and let you know what happened with that damaged product. I emailed them right away and they got back to me very quickly. I think it was just the next day, and they said they'd be happy to send a replacement item. So I'm very happy with their level of customer care on this. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and get notifications for my future videos.